into it.
All right. Welcome to the first episode of D&D Etc. Visually, this is what we look like. Which one's Braxton? Which one's Adrian?
Oh, it could be anyone.
We're totally different. Totally different. Totally different. Well, this is our show, and today we have a special guest.
My name is Dee.
Yeah, it is.
You goddamn right.
I mean, you're the first honored guest on our Season 2, Episode 1.
Yes. So first video recorded guest. How do you feel? You feel excited? Eccentric?
Yeah.
Sexy.
It's the first time
Turned
I
on?
think I've been on camera, really.
Oh, perfect. All right. Okay. Well,
Kind of same here. Yeah. I think last time I was on camera was in 5th grade when I had to play a cat in a play. Because I was the only kid in class who could make a cat noise.
Because the teacher said, you're the biggest pussy in class.
That teacher hated me.
do you think that was like the whole reason?
Maybe not far off.
Because when he said that, I was like, "There's no way a bunch of kids don't know what a cat sounds like."
Surprisingly, no.
No, there's no.
Well,
way.
I was the most accurate sounding.
Okay.
Sure. But we were doing it. That teacher actually hated me. His name was Mr. Laura. He was a piece of shit. He hated me. I made him retire.
There you go.
I was a very good student.
Mr. Laura Farmer.
Yeah. He was some old white guy. And he's like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to retire in a few years." And then I came in and was like, "Hey, it's a good one." I got so many red cards. It was fucking ridiculous.
And then we were playing soccer.
Soccer?
I barely know her.
Oh, anyways, let's get back to the show? Episode? Show?
Episode.
What's a show now?
Episode. Season 2, episode 1.
Of the show or the episode?
Of the episode.
What do you think?
If this was British, it'd be the series, too.
It's true.
Wait, what series is Doctor Who currently on? 78?
Of the new revival, I think, like, 16?
Sounds like a religion. Welcome to Doctor Who, the new revival.
Well, they revived it in, like, 09 or somewhere around there.
Oh, yeah, because like we got like really big again for like because what was like,
Because of Magic the Gathering, yeah.
Was it? I don't. Oh yeah, because the Magic set came
They
out.
brought it back. I never watched Doctor Who. I heard everyone hates the
With the female doctor.
the African American one.
Ncuti Gatwa?
Yeah, whatever that name was.
I think.
Did you just cast a spell on me?
I think that's his name. I was looking this up the other day because I was watching Meaty Magic and like Mario was like, "Where's the? I wonder if they have a black doctor in there." I was like, "I don't think they have him." And I was like, "What's that guy's name?" It's Ncuti Gatwa. He went up there with Chiwetel Ejiofor and Digimon Hansu.
Oh, I know Digimon.
And yes, I know it's Jaimon Hansu.
For a second, you turned this into a Doctor What podcast.
Doctor, huh? Doctor Who's just about the 007, but like travels through space and time. So he's just like a girl on his arm.
I thought that was like the revival of the Community version of the Doctor Who, where it's like the American version, where it's like he walks out, and he's like, "I'm in San Francisco. I know this because I can travel through time and space."
So this is the etc. part that usually happens during the episode.
It actually happens a lot more than we talk about.
Yeah, but if he became American, I don't think he'd come out of a telephone booth. That's like a whole British thing. What would he come out of?
Phone booth. The Twin Towers.
A Hummer.
Hummer. Those old ass. We gotta go.
Gas prices are insane. We gotta go back in time. We gotta go back to the gas
machine to save on gas prices.
Let them physically bend time to be places.
We gotta be careful though. If we go back too far in the 1950s, things get a little dicey.
Listen here, you gotta invest in Enron. Enron and GameStop.
What the hell is a Dogecoin?
What kind of stupid shit is this? Put me down for 500. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have topics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do apologize for derailing you.
Oh no.
This is all Braxton's fault.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
No, I said like, oh, if this was British, it'd be the series too.
No, this is always Braxton's fault. We could always just blame Braxton.
Yeah, I put the
Be in distraction.
yeah.
But yeah, let's see how. So let's go. But yeah.
Topic number 1: introduction.
My name is
Still need
Steve.
to do that one.
We just did that. I was
We
like,
haven't talked to him about his years of
the
D&D
introduction.
experience.
That's topic number 2. We just did introduction.
Hey, listen, it sounds like you're cutting, it sounds like you're jumping
I'm
plot
not
points here.
emo anymore. Physically.
A bit of evil where it counts.
in the soul.
It's not just a phase, man.
Because tonight is the night that I will record with you
Over again.
It is taken a couple times. Anyways, I went to go drink water, but I didn't because I was talking. So, anyways, yeah. Have you always just been a DM and a player?
Started out as a player. Truly my first time playing D&D. Well, being exposed to it, I was very weirded out. I was like, I don't like this at all. I think I was like 14, and one of my friends had like invited me over, and he offered me pot, and I was like, I'm leaving right now. He's like, no, and I was like, and then because I was very straight edge. I was like, I don't like any of this. And then he showed me D&D, and I was like, this seems very odd. And then, like 3-4 years later in high school, we got into it, mostly homebrew. I don't think I really played D&D proper until maybe 22.
Yeah.
Where I played 4th edition. That's my very first one.
Oh, fun.
I think it could have been fun. He the DM. I like a lot of the stuff about 4th edition. Some things I don't, but the DM was not very. I was playing a wizard, and I was like, I felt very useless.
Yeah, I heard 4th edition from the people we've spoken to before, so it's the worst one.
Yeah, it's not their favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are things that are interesting about it.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly like the fact that there's less of a martial caster divide amongst there. It kind of did that by flattening out everything. But I don't know. I think game design wise, it might have been the strongest one.
Really?
Okay.
I think so. I think it's probably one of the better designed things, but I don't think the D&D community was ready for it because it was also supposed to be paired up with a VTT, a virtual tabletop, that was going to smooth out some of the curves as far as like the more gamey aspects.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I always hear about 4th edition, especially like when it comes to like the negative aspects of it, is the hero traits, and a lot of like because I don't know if it's like a class or if it's like a feat or something along those lines. But that's like one of the things that I always hear that people talk negatively about it. It's like, oh yeah, they introduced the heroes stuff. Like that was dumb. Why did they do that?
I've always heard that people dislike it. It kind of almost boils down more to archetypes. Like that's why they had like striker, defender, controller, and that all the archetypes kind of feel samey. Like, and that there's not as much individual flavor.
Okay.
But that's sort of like, but it's also like the most balanced version.
Yeah, because we were talking about 5.5, where like it feels like the individualistic part of it dipped too.
Oh yeah, majorly.
In what sense?
Like the races, they don't.
Pretty much, this is just like a color coding. It's no longer like an actual.
You
like
still
thing
get
you
like the
benefit
abilities, but I like 5e gave you like, oh, you're this race, like 3.5. They're like cool because you're a race. These are the boosts you get to like strength and stuff. But 5.5 is like, here's your abilities. This is based off that. But I mean, I do also like the background gives you a thing. One of the episodes we talked about on our Spotify channel. Shut the cat. We talked about how we wish they did more of the background gave you at least one attribute point, and then maybe your race still gave you that one unique extra attribute point.
True. I think Wizards kind of did that because they've been pushing towards a more a less racially focused thing.
Yeah, racially charged games.
It's like, they're trying to make race matter less in a mechanical sense, even though they still get some pretty cool rules.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But also, I kind of get it, because, like, I can't have, like, a smart orc or a dumb elf or something.
I think that it's fine, especially for, like, this edition, because we have so many other editions of D&D right now that it's like, okay, I don't really like this, so you can homebrew it to where, okay, well, I'm going to take the races from 5th edition, but apply it to 5.5 if you're not a huge fan of it. Or... I think that it's fine doing like races that because I played Centaur Warlock one time, and it gave me nothing towards the Warlock abilities.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
so like if I played him in 5.5, I'd probably balance out a little bit better. So like
I doubt you ever get a Centaur race.
No, that one was homebrewed. I asked the DM about it, and he gave me the green light for it. I love playing the character. That character was so much fun. But
Because technically, Centaur is a playable race at 3.5, right?
yeah, but after that, I don't think they are.
I think they're also a race in D&D. Aren't they Theros? Mysticology of Theros?
I think they are. But
admittedly, they're medium creatures, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
I know, right? You think they'd be like large or something? That is a little weird. But I don't think you can actually do like a playable race of them unless you like homebrew it a little bit. Or
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is I think a lot of DMs don't want one character to be large and everyone else medium.
Well, there's a lot of mechanical things that kind of go along with that.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't care in most tables, but
But if you had to ride what was it? It was like a centaur. You challenge a centaur to a horse race. It was like you automatically win. Because how's a centaur gonna get a horse?
Yeah.
If he's already part horse.
Find a bigger horse.
That's true.
Aston Large on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go. Yeah.
Wait, but then you lose because the horse is twice as fucking big.
Give it dash.
You're gonna make his horse faster? No, give us horse.
Longer stride.
Give his horse haste, and then end the concentration.
Give him haste, but spell it Hayste.
I cast Elmer's glue on your horse. Yeah. So, what kind of editions have you played overall?
I've played first edition, GM'd 2 campaigns in second edition, played 1 session of fourth edition that didn't go great, played extensively fifth edition, and GM'd a lot of fifth edition, played a little bit, and then GM'd a decent bit of 5.5.
Yeah, we're working
So everything
on
but 3.5 and 3.
3.5.
Which I think I might have technically played once.
I think you played 3.5 once, because I think I did a campaign where we did 3.5. I think it was like pirate based.
No, I think that was 5e.
Was it 5e?
Yeah. Because I would have like looked up the stuff for that if it was 3.5. I don't go into a game not knowing the rules.
So I think as of right now, I think you're our most well-rounded guest when it comes to actually like playing all the other editions.
What's your year experience? Like I'm from 2014, so I have 12 years. This guy's only got 10. What a child.
Honestly, you guys both probably have me beat on GMing experience if that's what if you're talking about playing
just overall.
experience.
Yeah, just overall, just D&D experience.
I mean, I was playing homebrew when I was like 16, so like I don't know. I guess technically by that metric, 17.
Oh,
okay.
I thought this young man over here.
Nah.
Grab his teeth. Oh, look at you.
Oh, here's that alcohol. Get that away from him. He's got to graduate high school first.
Yeah, we were playing extensively in high school, so like I said, when I was like 16.
Nice.
But we kind of took a break when we got really into Warhammer.
Yeah.
And so like there's like a bit of a hiatus there. So,
Yeah. Well, I think Warhammer itself it's also just a universe full of lore.
Oh yeah, I'm running a game in Warhammer right now.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gear would probably be there, huh? With his little setup.
Yeah.
The fucker loves fucking Warhammer. But then he'd be like, oh, but I want to get into it because it's expensive.
Well,
But look at these figurines.
It is excessive.
I mean, shoot, the knit army that I got right now, I mean,
You
like...
can't say that on the internet.
Oh, shut up. See, they can see our faces now. They know that I'm a white guy.
I'm gonna dox him. And the editing, he can't stop me. Or just post it.
There's just personal
You
address.
just
in here,
bleep
like-
random words, so it sounds worse than it
He
is.
puts in more.
Yeah. I got my beep army over here.
But yeah, I got one right now. One still needs to be built, but I got about enough for like 2, I think 1,500 point armies, like decently for like.
I don't know what they're talking about.
And I mean, right now I got both of those for like discounted, and I still almost spent over $1,000 on those
Fuck.
things. Yeah,
Talk to Scott.
It's expensive, dude.
Well, like
Talk to Scott.
like one 10-man squad of Intercessor Space Marines is like $70 right now,
yeah, it's insane.
and that's like
that's not even
150 points out of 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! High five me, bitch.
We play Magic. We're not that much better.
Oh yeah, that's what kind of kept me from getting really.
They're both
into-
expensive.
Oh yeah. I like it because I get double duty out of it. Like I said, all my Warhammer minis now. I'm like, hey, use them for D&D.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I just bust my out. I got an orc. I got a water weird. Let's do this.
1,500 point army? Well, I have my level 15 grand champion right here. I have his character sheet and everything.
You know, I'm gonna bring up Cthulhu.
So that's a plushie.
Still killed, right?
Just start hitting with like the whole. Actually, I have tactical advantage if I like aim it at this exact spot.
I catch
Plunging
risk
attack,
gravity.
I add 1 to armor penetration.
I catch risk gravity. What's some of the modules not modules, but like type of TTRPs you've played? Like I've been, or at least wanting to play. Like I've been wanting to try the Call of Cthulhu, I think it's called, right?
Oh,
Yeah, they call it Cthulhu one.
I've been wanting to try that one.
It's funny you say that. That's what got me into D&D.
Oh, really?
Nice.
I played D&D very little. We played a very loose version of 2e in high school. I'm finding out well, probably more like 1e in high school. But even then, I was like, okay, there's still very little of that. But then we homebrewed basically the whole lives.
Yeah.
And I was designing my own system. And I was looking into Call of Cthulhu for inspiration. And I found this little channel called Critical Role. And Taliesin Jaffe was running, it was the GM.
Nice.
Or was it the storyteller, I think, for
I think he because of
and they were going all out on the sets. It was very amazing. I was like, wow, give me more Call of Cthulhu. And I looked like, oh, it's just fucking D&D. It's like, well, I'll give that a shot because I like Taliesin's GMing style. I'm like, okay, this Matt Mercer guy is the GM.
Yeah.
I'll give him a try. He's pretty good at it.
Yeah, I didn't realize so many of them are actually in like actual voice acting and shit. Like the big dude with the beard, he's fucking Thor and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? We actually saw them.
Talking about Travis William?
Yeah.
He's also Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, I thought that was fucking sick.
Kills his wife.
Hell yeah.
What spoilers?
What a real man. But we saw them, they had a setup for SAC Anime. But we're sitting down, and it's all personal questions. They're like, hey, what's your favorite snack? And I'm just like,
name.
yeah, I was like, well, what's your wife's favorite color, Matt? Huh? And I'm like, I didn't pay money to sit here and know these things. Talk about the next D&D thing.
Which is so funny because when
or the next Vox Machina thing.
Which is really funny because when I sat there, I was like, oh, hell yeah, I get to see these people that I've seen on the screen in person. Still haven't seen the animated show. I'm still trying to finish the live action, like the one where they're like filming like in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still like on like the very beginning of it. And they start talking about it and I'm like, oh, I need to leave. I'm like, oh, I need to get the hell out of here.
Well, the worst part is Renee has less experience than you do with that. But he was the one invested, and we're sitting there like, hey, I'm pretty bored, you want to go? And then he's like, shh. I'm like, let's just go. So we got out of there.
Well, yeah, as soon as they were like, so, yeah, when this character died in Vox Machina, I was like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, I need to go. Spoilers! Shut the fuck up! I should have yelled that. It's like, hey, spoilers!
But I think what their lines for shit to get autographed,
dude,
so fucking
insane.
long. Holy fuck. It was like Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
Oh no, it was worse
Monday.
than Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday. No one was there.
So, dude,
it's like that Chick-fil-A that opened up in Tulare.
Legitimately, they had to stop having people line up because the lines were getting so long.
They had to
we're cutting off here, come back in like 3 hours, and then they'll come back and like re-sign and everything. I was like, that's insane.
I don't doubt it.
Oh yeah, but it was cool.
Yeah, but to circle back, Call of Cthulhu, what got me into D&D. I still want to run it someday.
Yeah.
Besides D&D, I've played Mutants and Masterminds.
Okay.
That was very fun. I had a lot of fun with that, coming up with superhero names. Like there was a teacher, an English teacher, who was a superhero named Literary Device. He was a gadgeteer.
Oh, that's good. Holy shit. Yeah.
Feel free to cut this out. There was a
we're not gonna cut it.
There was a wizard who was called the Ku Klux Man, and his arch enemy was black magic. A very black exploitation.
I see nothing wrong
hero.
with this.
It was very fun. It was done respectfully. But I said, hey, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it's just cutting into like an actual like it's not Keen's Peel. Who's the other guy that did it first? The Clayton's. It's like the first episode of the.
What?
It's the black race. That's the black KKK member from
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's blind.
Clayton
Bigsby. That's Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah.
Look no further, fella. You found him.
I could smell. I love Dave Chappelle.
man, this shit was so funny.
Yeah, Mutants and Masterminds. Played a little bit. I want to get into Savage Worlds. Looked into GURPS for a long time.
What's GURPS?
General Universe Role Playing System.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a 3d6 dice curve kind of game.
Okay.
Pretty interesting. A little crunchy for my taste. Which I always thought I wanted, very simulationist type of games. Realized I kind of want a little bit more
Yeah.
light systems. I'll come up with the rules, you know. And then I also played the what was it? The Warhammer Fantasy RPG.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably.
Didn't you have a Warhammer thing going too? Did you almost play a Warhammer thing?
No.
Or were you almost a Warhammer character thing? You can't lie, it's recorded.
I'm actually like confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
That one friend's like, that's fucking stupid. Your idea is fucking stupid.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's like I know your memories better than you do.
All right. Okay. So I'm just
Carson.
we'll just briefly go over this. So I had a friend that I used to play D&D with, and he wanted to get me in with his DM that was literally on the other side of the planet. So this guy. So what the deal was?
In this internet age?
Yes. This is 2020. So we're all during the pandemic. So I get off of work. And the idea was, I'd get off of work, I'd wait a couple of hours, and I was working 3 jobs at the time, so I was exhausted. So I would get off of work, I would show up, I would go on to, it's like one of the more popular, like, online D&D ones.
Tabletop, or no?
It's not Tabletop Simulator.
Roll20?
Roll20, yeah. So I'd hop on a Roll20, and we were going to be playing a Warhammer D&D session. So when I started, I didn't know anything about Warhammer. So I was like, so the guy was like,
Where are the hammers?
Yeah, I was like, so if I put 40,000 of them, I win the game? I'm so confused. So the guy that was doing it was a foreign guy. I don't know which country, but European country, I'm assuming.
Let's say he's French.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's French. He's a asshole French guy. So he's sitting there and he's talking to me, and he's like, hey, yeah, so we're like trying to figure out like, like what character do you want to be? And I'm like, look, dude, I don't know anything about Warhammer 40K. I've never played the games. I've never even heard of it at this point.
Just give me a Warhammer. I'll take care of business.
So he's like, what type of character would you want to play? And I'm like, what character can I play? And he's like, whatever you want to play. And I'm like, okay, can I play the Doom guy, I guess? Like, I don't know.
Paul Atreides?
Like, yeah, something.
You say Dune or Doom?
Doom.
Yeah, Doom. Like,
With an M?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to hit that.
I was gonna say, like, you could be the Paul Atreides. You would be surprised how much 40K takes inspiration from Dune.
There's a lot of it. Oh, dude, I love
Huge
Dune.
inspiration.
I love the first one.
That's another thing I never got into. I didn't even hear
The guy's got 8 names.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard of Dune until
Muad'Dib, Paul Atreides of Arrakis, the Duke of Arrakis.
Dune.
Yeah,
Dune Man?
Paul Dune Atreides.
Oh wait, what's the one that the Sisterhood gives them to? It's the
Traveling Pants.
It's the
Kwisatz Haderach.
Kwisatz Haderach. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, dude's got
Once
like,
again, I don't think he knows anything.
Nope.
No. I didn't know Dune was a thing until the first one came out with Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm referencing.
Because that's when they came out. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, oh, this is an old ass book that came out a long time
Honestly,
ago.
I think the book's great. The book's so good. The movie, the first part I think did a decent job. The second part kind of fumbled it in my opinion because they changed so much stuff that it's like why did they why did they do that? Like it's dumb. The
like
one from
Dumbledore yelling at Harry Potter.
Yeah. Harry Potter just changed everything.
The book is like, did you do that?
Harry.
Did you? How'd you do that?
Harry, did you do a fucky wucky? So anyway, getting back to it, I was like, yeah, let me play like the Doom guy, and he was like, okay, well, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know, run around like crushing demons and stuff. Like, I don't know, that sounds cool to me. He's like, okay, like
So
whatever.
Like part of the Order of Malleus. Like I don't know what that is,
No,
man.
that never told me any of that. He was just like, okay, well, I don't know what you want to do, and I was like,
See, that's just wild to me that like a DM would like just not give you some.
so.
Info something, yeah.
So here's the thing. So I'll do you one better. A couple of months later, he gives me a ring, and he's like, "Hey, like we're starting to actually like get this thing like going. What do you want to play as your character?" And I'm like, let me play the Doom guy." And he's like, "I'm thinking about something a little bit different." I'm like, "Okay, well I put some thought into it. You said that we're going up against a race of like biomechanical like things, right?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, can I play as one that like got corrupted and turned and like is now fighting for the thing?" He's like, "No, that's stupid. Why would you think that? That's dumb." I'm like,
In the context of 40K, that is very like not gonna happen if they're Imperial. But you don't know that.
exactly.
You
I have no idea like about any of this. He's like, "Oh, that's stupid. That's dumb. You're not playing that." And I'm like, okay, well then give me some idea, like give me some hint. No, you need to figure it out on your own. I'm like, okay, well then I'm not playing, dude.
Yeah.
So, and then I never heard from him after that. And yeah, the dude was just a total dick about it, like total red flags when I was starting up. I was
That's
like,
ridiculous.
yeah. So that was my fun. That was my introduction to Warhammer 40K, and I'm still with it.
I think I only got introduced to 40K was, I think Garrett, when I was living with him still a few years ago, he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna play Magic, whatever. And then Abel comes over with this big ass box of things. I'm like, you just playing D&D or something? And he's like, oh no, this is for Warhammer 40K. I'm like, what the hell is that? And Abel's like, well, you make armies, and then you choose like a setting, and then you fight them. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was like, well, how much are this figurine? She's like, well, this whole box is like $3,000. I'm like, oh!
I'll pass.
I'm good.
I'm gonna go chill in the living room. I don't even want to touch these things in case it breaks.
Honestly, it's so funny because if you think about it, you can literally just get the books and then just get like plush figures or like small little like things that could like say like these are what they do, and then you can just set it up however you want to play like that. Kind of like how some people can play D&D like at Denny's and have like the salt and pepper shakers be like like the people that they're playing as. But
never heard of that.
Nobody does that.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of that?
Well, to be fair, like I think people who would be doing that are probably using like like an online table, like a virtual tabletop, because they got lots of good stuff for that.
Oh yeah.
But also, I think some of it is just the pageantry of it.
Or you can also make it a challenge. Be like, get random like bland figures and have like numbers at the bottom. Like, oh, you killed these 4 guys? Cool. Hey, see number 4, 3, and like 18. Cool, because you killed these guys. You have to eat these.
You have to eat my dice.
Yeah, you gotta. No, like again, the number goes to something like 4 and 2 are shots. So now you have since it's your army, it's like you have to take those shots.
No, and Gary's like, probably gonna have one where it's like this big guy's gonna be the one, so as soon as you kill that, he has to down an entire bottle of Jack.
Well, I think what draws 40K is very hobby centric, like whereas like a lot of people I think in D&D tend to be more game centric and like obviously story centric.
Yeah.
The hobby kind of reigns supreme over there. Yeah. I know that 40K is actually why I got into like using terrain and miniatures for D&D.
Yeah.
Because I fell in love with that and I started painting up the miniatures. And I wanted to make cool tabletops, like very diorama kind of esque, and that's what got me into using it for D&D.
That's the thing I want to do, but I'm also like, I don't got the fucking time. I tried doing it once.
It is a crazy amount of time and work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I tried doing that.
And get a 3D printer.
That'll probably help.
No kidding.
Don't buy the minis though. Every time I think about like buying a mini, I was like, $60. I get 3 rolls of filament for that price because I use the dirt cheap shit.
Yeah. Like they don't gotta look pretty, boys. They're just gotta be used.
Well, the other thing is like it's like ugly. Like you can get like a little thing and like
smooth it out.
Well, not just smooth it out, but like I've seen some where they add like battle damage and stuff, and those things are so cool.
Oh yeah. For me, I don't even think you have to smooth it out that much. Like, I don't know. For me, I'm very like, hey, I don't know. It gets the point across from 3 feet away.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like some of the stuff I brought, like, hey, I printed out with filament, not even resin.
Let's see what you have.
Yeah, go on it. Show and tell segment here in D&D, etc.
Yeah, I remember I see on this list that says past campaign stories. I got a couple.
These also aren't set in stone. They're kind of just like they're in this bubble thing.
Yeah, they're more like set in kidney stone.
Here's a dragon. I used that this Tuesday.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And this is made out of filament.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Admittedly, I did put a lot of work into this one to smooth it out because it's supposed to be like a set piece thing.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. Just came out as black filament, painted it up, realized how ridiculously powered level 13 is in 5e, and it's like, well, glad I brought some demons to go along with this dragon, because a single dragon was not much of anything to a group of level 13s.
Yeah.
Actually, well, we were kind of talking about that a couple of like different episodes where if like a DM is having like trouble with like CR stuff, there's like ways where you can like boost up like your monsters or challenge rating or so if you want to like homebrew it or like give them like a couple levels, give them an extra ability and stuff like that, like in the world of D&D, like that's perfectly fine. Because we've encountered a couple of like online stories where like people are like, oh, I had this group of level 5s and they took out like a CR level 8.
They just destroyed
it to level 8. I don't know what to do, and it's like there's ways around it, You like,
I do that, but it's just so ridiculous. I guess my sense of balance is really lower centric.
Well, I've done it a few times. Like if it's a boss, like we just had a boss fight recently, I don't set a real HP. I wait till the moment's just right. I feel like they've earned it kind of in a way. Instead of just like, we have a player who just loves to be like, cool, I'm going to spam all these arrows, do this time, like, cool, you're doing good. And then we have a guy who's just like, I'm a monk, I can punch anything. And then we have like other players just like, oh, I'm just doing my best to kill things. I'm like, let's see how cinematic it gets, you know?
It's fair. For
and
me,
they failed. I had to really reduce them by a lot because they were...
Yeah, it was
my
bad.
players weren't getting the points. I'm like, yeah, you see there's a guy on a throne and there's this huge red tree with weird magic aura. Cool, yeah. And they're like, okay, we're going to come over here. I'm like, oh, you guys, this red tree's over here. You gotta be, you know, this guy's coming around the red tree. They ignored all my clues until I had to literally be like, roll perception check. Oh, we roll perception, cool. You see there's a band of people that is helping you because it's like a war right now. They're attaching, like, dynamite to the tree to explode it. And they're like, oh, okay. And the tree explodes, there's damage. I'm like, oh, the tree looks like it could almost topple over.
They still weren't getting it.
And the expert's like, cool.
I don't understand what is the tree like his weakness or something.
Well, okay, so here's the thing.
You're getting some kind of breadcrumb.
And every attack you deal to the main guy and even his dog, like AC's too high, can't go through.
I was using 3.5 bosses. And they're like, oh, and you're like, oh, the tree looks damaged. You see the guy looks, it's like an elf guy, looks extremely worried that this tree's damaged. Oh, that's so, like, you see him, he's very distressed, the tree's taking damage. And then another player's like, cool, I'm gonna try to shoot this guy again! And he's just getting upset because he can't hit the guy. I'm like, oh no.
I find you have to be incredibly direct.
Oh yeah.
Things that I always like. Do you think with your like experience on the battlefield, this tree might be important or pertinent in some fashion?
Yeah.
To this boss fight.
I would assume the longer you are a player, the better you are at picking up DM clues.
Well,
Sometimes.
sometimes. See,
Not this player.
Your players know when you're trying to confuse them or you're trying to...
No, they don't.
No, not confuse. Like, manipulate them into doing
No,
something.
that's just my mom.
Yeah, because she's like...
But she's suspicious of everyone. Like, oh, hey, mom, you're playing, you're walking down the road, cool. Yeah, a little kid's ball, like, you know, rolls in front of you, he picks up the thing, and he's like, oh, wow, like, your armor's cool, whatever. She'd be like, I don't trust this kid. I feel like I need to kill it. I don't know what's wrong with this kid. There's something wrong with this kid. I'm like, do you say anything? She's like, no, I just stare at him. And he's like, the kid's like, okay, bye. And that's just the encounter. There's nothing to it. It's like you're walking through a village. Obviously, something's gonna happen. There's kids playing or whatever.
Yeah, because you know what?
But she's suspicious of everything because when I used to play, me and her would like collaborate and make ideas to fuck with the players. But now that she's not in on the loop, she thinks everything is suspicious. And like I think she was suspicious once. I was like, oh, you have to drive across town. It's like in the 50s. So like you have to get in the car and drive across town. She's like, who's driving the car? I'm like, you're a driver because you're like a noble-esque, so you get driven. She's like, I don't know if I trust this driver. I'm like, Mom, he works for you. Just get in the fucking car, Mom!
Hit the robot chicken.
Just get in the car! She's like, fine, I'll get in the car. I'm like, okay, fuck. He drives you to the business. He stays there till you're ready.
Do you have a history of having betrayals amongst NPCs?
Yes.
You have no one to blame for yourself. I find...
Well, I think this was before the first incident happened in game.
Oh, I'm talking about you as a DM because remember...
I'm a pretty sneaky little DM.
Remember that?
Well, my mom wasn't there for that.
I find that stuff like that has to be used so incredibly sparingly because while it is quite the punctuation mark on a session, you have to pay interest on that for pretty much the rest of the game generally. Yeah. Because like, hey, like for me, my players know like, hey, I'm rarely going to put traps where it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like there's not going to be a palace and then there's just a trap like in the king's quarters or in the bathroom.
Well, because I'll drop clues if there is something weird. So like, the whole car thing was like they came from like a noble-esque kind of house. It's like you have assigned drivers and you have assigned vehicles because you guys are like.
With NPCs, you can have a trader NPC anywhere.
Which
that's why I
did in the
trader NPCs even more than traps because like they could be anyone.
Well,
anyone could be a trader.
Wasn't a trader NPC.
One of
the players we had, I think we're thinking two different things. As we had a player go in, and I was like, oh, you see your driver there, he's an older gentleman, it's like kind of a silver beard, he opens the door for you, and he drives you to like the police station where they're doing like clues, trying to solve a case. And they get there, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, oh, so you can leave? He's like, yeah, I leave. I'm like, okay. You just go straight to the car? And he's like, yeah, I just go and open the door and sit inside. I'm like, okay. The driver looks up at you, and you see, he, I think it was like, you see like his blue eyes lock on with you, whatever, and he scratches his, like, stubbled chin. He's like, oh, where are we going to? I'm like, I just described a completely different person to him. And then I kidnapped him with drugs. But I'm like, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I just described a whole second person to you.
Well, yeah, I know, but the person...
But this is a real thing in humans. There's been experiments where, like, you go up to a counter, and then, like, something happens, then you look away, and they swap persons.
Yeah.
You do not notice.
Yeah.
How much more so must that be with the disconnect of this is all imagination?
Well, I think, was it the driver? This is the fourth time the driver drove him. So there was, like, already a pattern of me consistently explaining what this driver looked like.
Yeah, but also this player didn't really pay attention all that much.
Yeah, we had to kick him out.
Yeah.
I'm not even, it was bad. Yeah, you can hear about him in
Yeah, we got other
episodes
yeah,
on Spotify.
On Spotify.
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 You spot that flag? I did.
I fired that spot.
This spot, it's
Where
Where the fuck were we?
Well, we were on
That's
Show and Tell.
story.
Oh yeah, we're going to the figurines. Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to continue talking about him because it kind of cut you off.
it's kind of whatever.
It looks fucking sick.
My
It's
first
really
dragon fight, I didn't want to go too crazy on the homebrew because you guys are trying to get like, oh, you can buff them. I'm like, trust me, I homebrew fucking everything. But whenever I always try to be very fair. So whenever I'm like, I've never played a dragon. I don't know how that fly speed kind of changes the dynamic. I don't want to go too heavy-handed, and then
Yeah.
So that's why it was like, okay, it wasn't much of a thing. All of these other ones are from the same campaign. I've been pretty for the longest time. I never stuck with a campaign. I'd watch a movie. I'd be like, I want to make a fucking like Operation Condor D&D or something. Or like, I'd watch like Star Wars or I didn't do Star Wars D&D.
Yes.
I want to
It's
now.
not that great.
Yeah.
Oh, but yes, it is. What are you
I
talking
love Star Wars, and I'm planning one now, but I never
honestly,
had the idea at the point.
Depending on the module that we use.
We're gonna get sidetracked with Star Wars.
Yeah.
But this one was
Check
actually
that.
from a one shot. It's like a frost giant with like a dragon head hammer.
That's sick. I'm
That is sick.
a little bit more towards the camera.
His name was Frudald Hammer.
If you can see that, everyone.
Well, actually, I think what we need is that like one camera that they have for the like the
Close-up.
That's
ring,
fucking sick.
well, for, like the ring
Yeah.
shows. So like have it on like one of the spinning things. Like this figurine is currently going for $13,000. Finn the Fang Bearer right here.
For a
is-
better look, we will take pictures up close.
But that's in my homebrew setting.
That was fucking sick.
Yeah, Garrett and Garrett was playing a Tempest cleric, and he used his like thing to call down like a max damage call lightning.
Hell yeah.
Like, hey, did big damage on him. I felt so bad. This guy, right in response, got a nat 20. Like, and it was like a +3 hammer because it's like a dragon skull thing.
Yeah.
So he just like. He just crumpled. But it was very cool. Like, hey, big moment one way, big moment the other way.
Yeah.
So that's from my homebrew setting. And then all of these are from the same campaign. Oh no, not this one. This one kind of shows speaks to my love of just directly using things from other settings.
Oh,
This is Ganondorf, but he's a fire giant.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll be because I do so much 3D printing. I'm always just like trying to find models, and obviously like people love to make STLs of like their favorite settings, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna use that. That's gonna be it's Ganondorf and his left hand of doom.
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah, I kind of like that thing more than I like that one, but like,
Honestly, I think that's the cooler one.
yeah, I was really happy. I was like, it's just a
It's
lava hand, but I was like,
It came out super fucking
oh
good.
yeah. So like I just painted it and then just like made some homemade texture paste to like glue on it
Nice.
so it looked like
Nice.
cooling rock. But yeah, that was his left hand of doom. But yeah, so like that these two are from the same set, the dragon and Lord Morganon, because I like to be on the nose about my references too.
Yeah.
I don't like subtlety. That's for the bird.
Yeah, I was playing a game once and someone's like, cool, you enter this dungeon, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, Sephiroth's there. I'm like, what the fuck did you say? Oh, I'm sorry. Pephiroth. I'm like, why'd you change the name? And Sephiroth has arrived.
Yeah, 100%.
Singing in the bathroom, like, oh, this
Oh yeah, I played the music.
I think that's the best part. If you can get like a good music that matches when the boss shows up, it makes the scene so much better.
Oh, this was one of the best D&D things I ever ran. I'll come back to them later. I'll probably finish off on that. Even though the miniatures aren't as easily noticeable. But here's some more of like Morgannon's guys. I got like basically the Penetrator for Demon Souls.
Oh, nice.
I got this Fire Giant with a ballista as a...
Lord of the Rings?
Huh?
Is that Lord of the Rings work, or is that
no.
from?
That is... I think it's an STL Lord Hightower that I did rigging in Blender to change his shape.
Oh,
and then I glued on a
That's
ballista.
fucking sick. Yeah, I would definitely take pictures so that people can see.
Yeah, Morgannon and his cronies. But yeah, so all this is from the same campaign. Like as we're speaking of subtlety, got the Balrog.
Hell yeah.
I've actually used him in multiple campaigns. No one's fought him yet because I'm gonna make him fucking crazy.
That's fucking sick.
But I kind of used him as just like hey, here's a scary thing. Be afraid.
Be very afraid.
Got a T-Rex.
Holy shit.
This one's probably my best painted model. Because I was taking a geology.
It's like I'm putting a little baby kitten.
Yeah, that one's actually all made out of resin. Usually on bigger models nowadays, I go filament.
Shit, the thing's dead underneath there.
It's so
fucking
cool.
ribs. Holy shit.
So, do you play on a grid or like for like combat and stuff like that?
I usually go either a foam base or I make my own maps out of like canvas and caulk. Silicone caulk. So like usually I'll do one or the other. Usually like hey, if it's like a more city street kind of thing, I'll do like foam, like XPS foam. And then if it's like more natural, I'll usually do like take a layer of canvas, smear on the thing, paint it up to look like dirt or something.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, 'cause I think the one I try to do was just straight. I got like a big ass thing of styrofoam. I'm just like cutting at it, and I think I put like glue, and the glue like melted. I'm like,
Is it super glue?
I forgot what kind of glue it was.
Super glue will melt styrofoam for sure.
Because I'm just like, that's Noe River. But it took me a while. But I was so upset because I did the whole thing. I even got little bits of shit like put in there for like fucking plants and shit for the trees. And then it was supposed to be for our last session. That was the terrain they were going to use. As they fought, like, oh, he's going to do this blast. Just cut a chunk off and toss it as like the terrain gets changed. But we never did it.
What stopped you? Like the just D&D like the
players. I think we had like 2 or 3 players.
Scheduling demon.
Yeah, they just had to stop playing.
Unfortunately, the worst.
I'm like, no, so close. Because they're doing an evil campaign, and so they had to, like, as a group, topple the big bad guy to take his like throne as like the council of evil or whatever. And I was like, I had everything so awesome and shit. I had like little figurines for them and everything to move around. Didn't get to do it. I'm like, fuck.
Was this around COVID time or was it?
No, I think it was like 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because my friend Mario, he was running a long-standing game that we played for like 5 years.
Damn. Yeah.
And he almost fizzled out because of COVID. and we were just like, we gotta fucking finish. Luckily, this one I have my current game. The scheduling almost fucked that one off.
Yeah, it's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
But
It's the worst part of D&D.
Maldoom.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. Just kind of like a lightning bolt spewer. Kind of. Use these guys for a very heavy-handed reference to Moria.
Don't talk to my son.
Yeah.
Dude, your son. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. My dad could beat up your dad. But yeah.
Looks like we're gonna have a good old-fashioned dad fight.
Hopefully, it's this guy. Maybe that'd be fair. But it just goes to show like the many different types of things. I also have this chick.
Titan.
Yep, this is, so in-game this was Bioneer, sort of supposed to be like a Phazon mutated, like Metroid Prime Phazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like inspired kind of substance that turned her into like, attacking a 50-foot woman kind of thing. And I was like, hey, well, Attack on Titan, there we go.
Because I think 3.5, there's like greater water weirds and shit and everything, so I'm like, just a huge water monster.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are we supposed to fight this thing?
She wasn't really meant to be fought. Like, she was more of an environmental thing. Yeah. I don't know if Garrett told that story, but he always brings it up in our home thing. Was my setting's kind of like turn of the century, like 1895 technological level. Magic, but it's also like, burgeoning technology, you know, industrial revolution. Well, further a little past industrial revolution. So they were on a train. And the person that this person was chasing after was on the train, and both of them were trying to get them.
Oh yeah.
And so, and they were worried he was going to get away, so they kind of got her attention. So she runs over there, Attack on Titan style.
The freaking
almost basically kicked the train to derail it. And he always brings that up about one of the characters kind of just grabbing on, like, no! They're like about to kick his car. So yeah, she was more of an environmental thing.
That's sick.
Yeah, later on I did a version that was like cut up into pieces, like the material was like dissolving.
That's cool.
And so she wasn't really meant to be directly fought. But yeah, it goes. That campaign goes a lot of interesting places. Like one of the places, which is very Japanese inspired. You can probably recognize a lot of these. That's basically Rurouni Kenshin, but his shirt is blue, so it's different. And that's Sesshomaru, but his robe is red, so he's different.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Yep, and these guys are the smallest ones, but
honestly, I think I'd still be more scared if I saw all these lined up. I'm like, shit, Sephiroth's here.
For sure. Yeah.
That was probably the best campaign I've ran so far. Hopefully not ever, but it's certainly best so far.
I think my best so far has probably been the 50s. Except for a couple bumps we've had.
Yeah.
But I think overall it's pretty good. We did a first act, and it was really like noir 50s. They were investigating crimes, and like I was telling him, she was like, I'm just giving you guys side missions. Like, no one's figured out what the main actual storyline is. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker bought an actual board, and he had like the pictures of like people they've.
I was playing a detective too, so I was like trying to
so
be
it
character
fit.
doing it.
And so he had like the whole thing like, okay, this is connected to this guy, this guy's connected to this. They don't have nothing relationship. This guy's connected to this. And he had like the string and shit.
So each string I had was also like
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But he was getting everyone involved. Like he had everyone like in game. I think for like a good chunk of time, everyone in game and out of game was sitting in the living room just talking like. So what the fuck is this? What is gonna happen to us? What's the story? They're like, how does this scientist go with like this one guy and this goes to here? And I'm sitting there, I'm like. I felt like that episode of was it The Good Place? And he's like, we got the 4 clues you gave. I was like, well, I actually gave about like 4,000 clues, but luckily you found 4. So it's in there like there's so much connections and shit I've dropped.
I think that seems to be a reoccurring theme. You got to remember that it seems much more apparent to you, the person who designed it, than it does the people who.
Well, at one point, one of the players did know more, but had to play like he didn't know more. But then but I think what was throwing them off too was the main bad guy they thought was the bad guy wasn't the bad guy. Yeah. He was like the mafia boss of the city. His name was Lucifilium, Tiefling. He had like a jazz club. I think it was called like Angel's Sins.
It's funny. I have in mine also. Tieflings are black coded to be.
They're just cool.
Yeah. But the same thing.
Yeah, but I think what was fucking with them was at the time they didn't know. Lucifilium was more like a fake name. They were a pair of triplets who wore the same thing, had the same class, and they were out doing their own thing. So they were interacting with, in real time. Those 3 were doing 3 different things, and then they were trying to figure out like how are these all connected, even though they're all connected to one separate one. And then eventually one of them was like, I think Lucifilium might be a twin with the clone spell. I'm like.
You were so
or triplet. Right I don't know. Those exist. But he's like, I think he's a twin with the clone spell.
Triplets are pretty rare though, so I can understand him like.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Although if you're making the leap to the clone spell, technically that should actually be Simulacrum, I think. Clone.
Yeah, clone's like you have to die, then it kicks in. Yeah,
technically Simulacrum. But I think that more obviously like, he's like one guy with 2 Simulacrums.
Yeah, but I was like, that's such a weird combination. A twin with a clone. I'm like, you were right there. But they even did it to where, like, I think one of them they dropped, like, Zone of Truth. And, like, do you know anything that's going on, like, in this building's, like, basement, whatever? He's like, all I did was buy the building, and whoever did whatever to it, whatever. And then, like, a few sessions later, they're like, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth on him again. They're like, you need to tell us what's going on in the basement. And then he's just like, okay. So what I've done is done this, and they're like, wait, we did this already. We asked him this was Zone of Truth. How come the different answers? And then they're like, he must have tricked us somehow. I'm like,
to be fair,
That same guy who knows about poems, like, he probably took, what is it, the glib or whatever?
Yeah.
The 8th level spell.
yeah, the glibness, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just like, you're right there. But it was fun. They actually eventually, I think what they liked and what I enjoyed watching was them actually, like, solving the crimes.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, tracking people down and figuring things out. Because they did eventually finish off the side quests. And then that was the whole point. I kept the main quest, had little bits and pieces in each of the things.
Mm.
But they were just so focused on the missions that they might catch a glimpse of something, but not write notes on it. Except for this guy, he had fucking a whole fucking book and shit. He was like,
I was taking fucking like notes.
yeah, he was writing every fucking thing down. And then eventually they solved it, whatever, and like, haha, yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, Lucifer's a bad guy because he's putting sigils all around the city. We don't know what they're for. And they're like, oh, he's gonna plan something. And then when it happened, they end up figuring out that Luciferium, over the course of 10 years, wrote magic sigil, like a sigil for the entire city, because the Fey world was gonna come, like have a portal come through there and pretty much like enter the world. But Luciferium made like a magic bubble that basically like, cool, the Feywild came in, but because the magic bubble, they can't leave because they have Fey magic in them. So it blocked out Fey magic.
So he was the good guy?
Yeah, it's a secret good guy. And it made 2 players cry.
Oh, nice.
Because one of them got really close with Luciferium, to where the point, like, in-game they were dating, they got engaged and everything. I did a piece of shit DM move where I'm like, he wants you to be his wife, you know. He gives you a ring, with the ring you feel each other's heartbeat and stuff. I was like, I'm setting this up. I'm fucking setting this up. And so yeah, it's like as he's dying, she's like holding her Luciferium, and he's like, my name was like Ifrit, you know. I was like, I loved you, whatever. And I was like, and you feel the ring slowly start giving less and less beats, and it just dies in his arms. But I was like, but she was a cleric. The character was a cleric. But I'm like, because the Feywild came in, all of the material planes magic left, so it's all Fey magic. So your body's not attuned to Fey magic, so no one can use magic. And so he's like, he's honestly he's like, I want to try to heal him as much as I can. He's trying so hard, and it's just the tears. I'm like, yes, this is what I want.
Yeah, it's always, whenever you can elicit those kind of reactions.
Oh yeah, but I got 2 of them. I'm like, sweet, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, I had to work.
He had to work. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I made 2 of them cry. Then my mom's pretty much autistic. She's like, so if you're done crying, we can just hurry up and take care of other things, right? I'm like,
you done yet?
yeah. I was like, hey, you done? Yeah, your fiance's dead, right? We got things to take care of. Let's go.
It's the guy from the Papa Meat one from Nebraska, Kyle. He's like, dude, your mom looks mad funny in that coffin, dude. Not gonna lie.
Okay, we're not gonna get into Creepcast. We're gonna get stuck on that. But that shit was funny though.
Kyle, man.
Yeah, because my mom's that character in that. Her name's Jade Knight. She's a paladin. She sacrificed her 3 children to keep her oath. I'm like, that's dedication.
Yeah.
She sent them straight to hell. She knew they were going, but they had a deck of many things. I was like, well, you either keep option A or option B. And it was like, use your 3 kids or your oath. She's like, I'll take the oath. No hesitation. I'll take the oath. Like, what? Yeah, I'll take the oath.
I think some people have much more of a disconnect. Like, they don't see the stuff that's happening in game as real or...
Well, she was like super mission oriented.
Oh yeah.
So she's like, I'll take the oath. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's very game focused as opposed to RP focused.
You see, now that one you should have had it where they go up to her and like, Mom, what's happening to us? And they just see it just crumble into ashes. It's this child.
You don't remember what I had happen?
No, I don't remember.
I was like, as the kids are there crying, like, Mom, what? The earth cracks open. I see these hands with like red leathery skin come up and claw them and just slowly drag them down to the 9 hells. And she's like, damn.
Anyway.
I'm gonna go back to eating breakfast. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? Your kid just got sent to hell. She's like,
It's a game.
it's a sacrifice. No, she's like, it's a sacrifice that had to happen. I'm like, what the fuck?
There you go.
Oh my god, damn, Mom. Hardcore as fuck.
So, what do you think about the mechanic of Call of Cthulhu with the Nat 20s not always being a good thing?
Ooh.
Well, enlighten me on that.
So, there's specific mechanics in it where if you are going through and trying to find some knowledge, you're like, okay, I want to know more about the cult. Like, okay, roll.
Oh, well,
get a
when it
nat
comes
20.
to learning things in an H.P. Lovecraft inspired
Yeah.
that's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Yeah.
So, like,
You learn too much.
Learning the forbidden truths, the
yeah.
eldritch truths.
I honestly, I personally love that aspect of the game. I want to
yeah.
try to implement that into some of my like DM.
Whenever we get Garrett's done that to me, I played a couple of his campaigns, and he's like, I'm gonna go jump over like this wall, whatever. I got a net to him, he's like, cool. You jump so good, you clear it, but you jump too high and you land and hurt yourself on the other side. I'm like, couldn't I just climbed the wall? He's like, no, you did it too good. I'm like, okay.
Well, I will say, I don't think, because I have my own story about when a Nat 20 didn't necessarily, like, well, technically my thought is like, hey, a Nat 20 is the best thing that you could reasonably expect to happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean auto success, just mean, hey, that went as good as it could have. I was in the campaign where these guys are from, where we were running through Lost Mines of Phandelver, and Gundren, the main guy who found the super mine thing, was like, hey, I'm going to gift you 15% of the revenue of this thing as like part of the deal as like a sweetener. And I was kind of framing it more like, hey, we had our, because there was also side stuff that was sort of the payment, and this was going to be like a fun, generous extra thing. And the guy was like, and one of the guys was playing a gnomish wizard who was a real piece of shit. And he was like, well, how about more? And he rolls and he gets a nat 20. I was like, hey, yeah, he gets you more. He does not like you after that. It's like, but I rolled a nat 20. I was like, yeah, you got what you wanted.
He just doesn't like you.
He just kind of sees that as like when a dwarf is generous and you say, no, that's not good enough, they kind of get like, yeah, that's shitty behavior.
Especially if it's a known.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, good.
Oh, I was just saying because I mentioned my previous episodes on Spotify that I'll have like secret like things going on in the background. For like the 50s campaign, I had a reputation meter. So depending on how good the city liked him and shit, there'll be better to him to get discounts or end up being like very like localized whatever. And I just felt like I've always liked doing that because it makes sense. You're going out adventuring. People, your name's gonna eventually your reputation's gonna go up.
Oh,
people are gonna start knowing who you are.
Oh, you have to. For
better or for worse.
Oh yeah. Phandalin doesn't like that group of people, but they're loved in Waterdeep. Yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I think I got that inspiration from fucking Skyrim. You just go to this major city, fuck around, be like, oh shit, and you just leave to another city. And they're like, oh hey, new guy. I'm like, yes, new beginnings.
Oh yeah. Well, I find that NPCs having realistic reactions kind of really helps sell the world.
Yeah.
And just doesn't have to even be crazy, but it's like, this guy's like, look, I just don't like you. Can you please leave my shop?
Yeah.
That's like, what the fuck? People are not conditioned for like even the littlest bit of pushback. Like, it's like, hey, you like fucking like, tried to steal some of his stuff, and you're just like, hey, just leave, man.
Yeah, I've had the weirdest reactions. Like, I'm gonna go there and do this. It's like, oh, you failed the skill check, do it, okay. And I was like, yeah. The innkeeper's like, hey, can you just get out of here? And they're like, what? I'm like, you're trying to break into my back room. I can't. You can't do that. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna roll persuasion to see, it's fine, whatever. I was inspecting the lock. I'm like, you don't need to roll. He's not gonna trust you because you're still kneeling with your pick locks in hands by his lock. You haven't moved. And they're like, oh. I'm like, because the last thing you said is you're kneeling, and then the guy walked up to you, so you're still there, just like. I don't know. I think in certain situations, like, if it makes sense, it's just like, I don't need to roll. I just know there's something wrong here.
Well, that's also one thing that they say, hey, it is not up to the players to say when a skill check is rolled. That's up for the GM to decide.
Yeah.
And a lot of players are like, I'm going to roll this. Like, you can roll your dice, but it's not going to have any effect until
I've had this much as like, I want to roll charisma, like, it's not going to have an effect. I'm just going to roll. I'm like, okay, 18, cool. Yeah, no, he's still sticking to his ideals. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
So do you use? Oh, sorry.
No, good.
I was going to ask if you use passive perception in your DM like games.
Generally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know some that don't.
I do.
But when?
Yeah. When you guys make your characters, I keep track of your wisdom modifier.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Well, I will say, even D&D is a
That's
little...
the one thing I don't tell you guys about is your passive perception. I'm just like, okay, that's what they can see. Cool.
Well, I will say, even D&D is a little bit iffy on that front, because I've looked into some of the modules, and it's like, oh, like, where it'll kind of make reference to passive perception, but say you still have to roll.
Yeah.
It's like, huh, interesting.
I see, and that I think that's just the DM choice on that one.
So that's like from modules, where it like kind of has like a little bit of like an iffy kind of thing about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like I forget which one it was, but I remember I was reading, and it was kind of it had mentioned passive perception in another one, but then in a different part, it's like, oh, but you have to roll this one. It doesn't kinda, like it called out before, like, oh, your passive perception like kind of works here.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not the best mechanic, but
I think that it's something that could be good, but it's I think it just helps out with like role playing and stuff like that, just so that way it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, you have a high enough, you know, passive perception, you obviously can see that. You know, it just helps with the game along, as opposed to players constantly being like, oh, I'm gonna roll persuasion, perception, I'm gonna roll perception, I'm gonna roll perception. It's like,
yeah,
save the rolls. You know?
Well, what I typically do with passive perception is I only really pair that with what I call passive stealth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're not trying to actively like roll for stealth, you're just gonna like normally walk, like maybe you're trying to hold back a little bit, you know. But I'm like, oh yeah, your character probably noticed this guy being weird, so I'll be like, okay, I'll have you roll passive perception. Like, even noticing this guy's been like trying to follow you, but he hasn't been doing a good enough job. So I'll do like the passive stealth. I think I also do like a passive. Like, this is for like non-combat, like passive athletics. Like, yeah, your character looks like you'd be good enough just to climb over that.
Yeah.
You know, just some like easy shit like that. I'm like, it makes it easier, I think, as a DM to be like, I'm gonna try to climb this, I don't know, fence, or whatever. It's like, we're not combat. Yeah, the climb doesn't look that difficult. Your character, I don't know, say he's a barbarian, so he has like an automatic 18 in strength. Like, you could probably climb this without. You can climb this without an issue, but if you want to do it like better in a sense, like you climb it to where you don't need marks, or whatever, then you can roll for athletics.
Yeah.
But you know exactly how to get up there in a quicker sense.
I think it also just speaks to like, you know, it's your job as a GM. It's like, hey, when does a roll matter? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I think that's another thing a lot of DMs don't. They have a hard time dealing. It's like, when should I have them roll? I'm like, it's just whatever. I mean, it's like, it's up to you when they should roll. You know, or you can always do it to where, like, every time something pops up, they can have it do it, whatever. I'm like, that's kind of like a Baldur's Gate style, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Every little skill check you roll for, pretty much.
I mean, I would say like, you know, have them roll for it when there's a point to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like if there's no time crunch, just say, hey, it takes you a while, but you climb up this rope.
Mm-hmm. And I keep reminding
if there's like, oh, like you're rolling for random encounters, then it might make sense to like, hey, you guys need to climb this rope quickly.
Yeah.
You know, then do it. But if it's like if there's no time pressure and there's no, like the fail state is like not really functionally different than the success state, like just don't do it.
Yeah, as long as the character makes it, I'm not gonna have like a gnome wizard who has like an 8 to strength. Like, I'm gonna climb this 40-foot wall. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to really do that because you're just your characters. It wouldn't make sense because you're small. You don't have strength, upper body strength. You know. But I also tell my players, at least the majority of my players that I've been playing for the same, they keep forgetting about taking a 10 and then taking a 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I keep telling you guys this, but you guys keep forgetting. Because taking a 10 is you're not in combat, but you're not really in a safe area.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much you take a 10 is you take a little bit of extra time, and it's an automatic 10 plus like this modifier added to it.
Yeah.
Taking a 20 is you have to be in a safe area. You completely take your entire time to do it, and it's pretty much the 20 plus your skill check. But they always forget that, and they're like, I'm gonna try to pick lock this door. I'm like, okay, you're in a safe area. Okay. Oh, shit. Fuck. I'm like, you can take a 20. What's that? I'm like, Renee, we've been playing for 8 years. Oh, I don't remember that. I'm like, I tell you this every time. That's a whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, trust me, there's certain players that like just do not get the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could talk about certain players that don't understand the rules.
No, yeah. We already have for bad players, we reference them as Aaron Shades. Yeah,
it's,
so all of it's been true in the podcast.
Yeah,
The
the
audio-
audio on Spotify.
The audio podcast on Spotify, D&D, etc. Every time we mention Aaron Shade, that's a real thing that happened in one single campaign.
Yeah.
It's not been pretty. There's been pretty much the equivalent of an SA.
Yep.
In real life or
In
in
real-
game?
In game.
Is it both or is it?
Well, I mean, he grew up with you guys.
Yeah.
It's not SA against men.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, then never mind.
Yeah, that's just bros being bros, dude.
Just dude stuff. Fuck,
It's not D-
each other's dicks.
Yeah, come on, bro. It's not gay. Just take it out.
Come on.
Please stop.
Come on. Move forward.
Just bro
It's,
stuff.
it's like a challenge, bro. We're just trying to figure out who's the biggest. Right? Fuck.
Just wrestling. I just want to see if I could, if I wanted to.
I'm just seeing if you have cancer down there.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Just checking your prostate and being a good
I'm just
friend.
saying, if you go to prison, you want to make sure you can handle it.
Yeah. I want to see how
I'm prepping
deep
you
that
for the,
prison
the dark realities of the American prison system.
Because if I go to jail, you gotta go to jail with me, and we gotta be cool.
This is not up for discussion.
Anyways, take your clothes off. But it's horrible things, and
That sounds bad.
he didn't do the whole that's what my character would do. His whole thing was oh, it's all character development, and it's the most horrendous things ever.
That can be true, but generally people no.
Yeah,
Not
we're
for-
like,
not for
I was
this
like,
guy.
how is that?
Because I understand what you're saying, but this guy,
I generally love playing good guys. But when I'm a bad guy, I'm gonna be a bad guy. I don't do stuff like that. I was playing a rogue in a first edition game, and the DM, very old fashioned in their D&D things, oh, so you're obviously gonna steal from the party. I was like, no, that seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, well, they're my friends.
It's but you're a rogue. Of course you're gonna steal from the party. I was like, well, no, that's just dumb. These guys are super strong. I'm gonna throw away this lucrative relationship for 10 fucking gold. No way.
as a rogue, I'm going to gain more benefit
Yeah.
from traveling with them and stealing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more money by being an adventurer.
Yeah.
But he was definitely very awful. He was an elf who got raised amongst humans, and he was and he acted totally like a human, and he even cut his ears off.
Commitment.
Well, he kept the tips off.
Yeah, he rounded them out.
Yeah.
You did the Hellboy.
Yeah, exactly. And he just said the most just fucking just hateful shit all the time. Not slurs, but just I don't know. I just hate everybody. And one time they were going to a place that he'd never been to, and the people there were like, you fucking cursed us. You and your elven kind cursed us. Take away the curse. He's like, I'll never do it. You know what you did. You fucking deserve it. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm just gonna default to hater.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a very fun character to play.
It's so good. Oh my god, that's amazing.
I love those city outbursts fuck you!
You've cursed us with this plague. Take it off. Never.
No, those are fucking great. Oh, I love having good stories like that. They're fucking amazing. Oh god, no, I can't give examples.
Yeah, that's
Of
right.
what? Of
You
just-
can't give
Damn.
examples.
Of well played shithead characters.
Yeah. I mean, I've had them.
I mean, whenever I play them, people fucking love playing.
Well, that was the.
Whenever I've done it, they're like,
Well, we have
it's
some
fun."
set up to play as.
Yes.
So,
it's gonna
yeah.
be a lot of fun in future campaigns.
Yeah, we're gonna play a pair of twins, but we're gonna be undead twins because the whole thing is there's this black pyramid. We died near it, but because the black pyramid's evil and it's gives off magic aura, because we died near it, it brought us back to life as what was it? It's undead, right?
Yeah.
And we're just oh fuck.
Oh, we're dead. What are we doing? We're completely dead. We're dead. See, what the difference is that we're totally different. Totally different.
That sounds like an impression. Where you guys? What was the inspiration behind that? voice?
Actually, want to give us our names just so that we might understand what we're trying to reference here? Did we come up with names? Did we get? I'm trying to remember.
We came up with our sister's name. She's
Yeah.
still alive, but we disgrace her because she's still a living creature.
Yeah.
Her name's Grasshopper Come.
Grasshopper come.
Yeah.
That's what we named her sister. I think one of us was Scorpion something. Scorpion Milk, I think. Scorpion. Oh, you were Scorpion. Oh, Scorpion Milk. That's right. I was.
You guys are orcs or what?
No. Human. Well, we're not. We're not one of those.
We're undead human bards.
Yeah.
Twins.
So is this a reference to a singer? Huh, okay.
Yeah,
Totally
We're
different. Totally different. We're totally different.
I think it's like one of us is gonna wear red and one's gonna wear a slightly like darker or lighter red or some shit. We're like we're pretty much the same fucking person.
But we're totally different. Totally different. Totally different.
The whole thing is we're playing bards because we're gonna fuck with the DM, our buddy Lissandro. He's never DM before, but I'm like, we're gonna be support characters. We're gonna fuck with you the entire time, and that's our goal. Our goal is like, we want this Black Pyramid destroyed, so we can die instead of having to be forced to be alive still. So our whole point's like we're trying to find a team to destroy this Black Pyramid, so we can finally die, and our sister can leave us alone. And the sister in game is gonna be his actual sister,
Yeah,
Brogan.
so it's gonna be great.
Okay.
And what was she gonna play? Was she also gonna be a fucking
I
bard?
think she was too. Yeah. So a 3-person bard.
3-person bard, and then
It's a band.
yeah. Well, we don't acknowledge her. So.
Yeah. Yeah. She's.
I think it's a mix of Blades of Glory and Beetlejuice, because it's like we're the skaters, and there's just the third one.
You remember our parents did because of you? Yeah, don't you remember? Remember when they were still alive? Yeah, do you remember that? Huh? You went for your piano lesson and it fell on them? It's all your fault. It was absolutely hilarious, but it's all your fault.
And then when we go to sing, it's just normal voices.
Yeah.
Just sing whatever normal style.
Angelic voices
Yeah.
as we sing into the heavens.
That's
Jump right back into it.
that's something we're looking forward to. We also have another one where he might DM before we do that with the campaign thing, whatever. I'm gonna play a bard. Renee was gonna be a monk, and he's gonna play a cleric or something like that.
Yeah, it was Clark. Yeah.
Cleric, and basically all we're gonna do is we're gonna soup Renee up. Renee's gonna be a dancing monk, and I'm gonna play the song where it's what is it? It's blah blah blah.
Yeah. I think that was what. I think that's what.
Let me try to figure out what the fuck.
So pretty much, you do play Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Voltron D&D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where we're just gonna buff the shit out of Renee, and then just throw him at all of our enemies.
There you go. Is this 5e?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, because you said dancing monk. Okay.
Is it this one?
Also, remember you could get copyrighted.
No copyright.
That's not it.
Hi, welcome back to the Copyrighted Cop Podcast. Today we're gonna get copyrighted.
No,
this on
they're different
Spotify.
songs.
Not on Spotify.
Spotify. Follow us. No, that's not it. Which one is it? No, it's not it. I don't want to hit 10 seconds.
Multiple copyright strikes.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
right.
it's this one.
I don't think I've heard this one. So.
I told him the same thing. I've never heard this song.
Well, basically, when we enter combat, I'm gonna start playing that, and Renee's gonna start dancing in game, and it's just us gonna be just throwing spells on him to make him just fucking souped up.
What I think would be hilarious. I love Jackass just do the Party Boy song.
I might do multiple, yeah.
Oh my god, dude, the freaking the Magic Mountain, the old man dancing with the
So you only get 10 seconds.
I don't think it was 10 seconds. I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I think it's probably like 3
Yeah.
seconds.
Alright, okay, now we're gonna play the
That's a
Walt
long
Disney
time.
theme song, the dun dun. Oh, actually,
I get my 3 years because it's not Disney.
I think I talked about this on my on the Boring and Dumb Takes podcast. Have you seen Whitest Kids You Know? The show.
Yes.
Okay.
Extensively.
Have you seen the skit where it's?
I've watched the Whitest Kids You Know D&D podcast.
Wait, what? I didn't know there was one.
Not
of
a
those.
fucking real fan. No, I'm just kidding.
They fucking knew.
It's terrible, but very funny.
Oh.
Timmy's the DM,
Oh no
Oh,
kidding.
whoa, that's
and
weird.
everybody is just not taking it seriously. But they seem like they're still having fun.
That's 'cause-
But he's just trying to I'm just trying to tell a story, guys. They're like,
Like,
we don't
fuck
fucking
story.
care.
Seriously, where's that at? Where's that on?
YouTube.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Whitest Kids You Know YouTube.
I had no idea.
How dare you?
It's the John Williams skit.
Oh,
He's like
yes.
sitting there and he's like, I need to figure out the perfect song to go with Short Round marries that Wookiee. And he's like sitting there, he's like, and he's like, sir, you can order a burger? Just a second. No, that's not it.
Well, then it turns out that the tune he settles on is the I Am Your Child Bride.
That's so funny.
I didn't even know that one, but then I was watching the commentaries, and they were like, that's very funny. And I was like, oh, he says that's the most perfect song. It's Child Bride.
Oh, and it's Short Round. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, I love that
fucking
That show's so good. I've been watching it on freaking what's that? on Prime.
Mhm.
But my biggest problem is
I
that
think almost all of it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah, the problem is that most of it's like cut into like just like the
Little-
skits.
Yeah.
And
Might
I
have
want to
changed
watch
it.
and I want to watch like the full episodes just to be like, all right, I can you know like
They just say you know you got all of it.
yeah, exactly.
But I don't think they have all the skits because some of them don't think
Some
they
of them
can
are
show on
cut,
YouTube.
yeah, or cut, censored. Also, by the way, they censor the dumbest stuff in it because they'll censor like certain, obviously a couple certain words, but then there's just
Like what?
chicks with like full blown like tits out.
What
And
words?
it's like, can we get some continuity?
What
here?
words you talking about?
Words like and
Any swear word they usually.
Shit. I've cussed so much.
no, it's weird.
okay.
It's only the F
Oh no,
slur.
I've seen plenty of videos where they're fucking cousin.
It's only the F slur and
And all the shorts that I've seen, they bleep them.
Oh, the shorts,
Yeah,
yeah.
and sometimes it's like really like kind of integral to the continuity
Yeah.
of the sketch to like kind of, you know, but yeah. But yeah, I love West Kids, you know.
oh my god,
And-
the Abraham
yeah.
Lincoln was so good.
What?
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
What?
What? What? Suck my presidential cock, you bitch. Hey, Skinny, you fat piece of shit.
I think my
That's where you
favorite
got
part
the
of that.
inspiration.
I think my favorite part of that is actually the lead up to that, where it's like, oh, it's Hamlet.
Oh, the Hamlet's
fucking
so...
hell, then I just got bit by a fucking vampire. Oh shit, turn around. Oh fuck.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I love that show. It's so fucking
The
good.
PCP one's got to be like hands down like one of
The
my
fucking
favorites.
gallon of PS.
Oh, a gallon of PC. It comes in liquid form. Yeah,
Science.
well, I got it.
Science.
That's so good.
Are you still with Jessica or whatever? And he's just like, oh no, she died. Oh, I'm so sorry. When she died? 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Had to pay off for that. I had to pay for the gallon.
Didn't pay you. Didn't turn the camera off.
Oh, it's so good. Fuck. Oh, I think one of my favorites is the fucking like. I'm not saying to do this, but if you go to this building right here, you
Oh,
get a perfect
the-
angle into the
I'm
presidential.
surprised they haven't like made a redux of that for how charged
Accurate.
things are. You know,
No kidding. Oh my god.
I don't agree with that. But
Oh wait, so you've actually like listened to the commentaries and stuff too.
a decent bit of them, yeah.
Okay, I love. There's one of them where it's Trevor and he's talking, and it's the one where he's talking to the kids about the conspiracy theories, and he goes, "I believe in all of this."
Hey, you know, he's also the only one that had an untimely death.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
Then they got him.
They got him.
Well, what do you mean they got him? Yeah, he was a great guy too. He used to share as well. What the like wingdings? I'm like, you haven't seen Ted?
Nope.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god!
have seen Ted, but I don't
love
know
that.
what part you're talking
the
about.
bear, right? The teddy bear?
Yeah, the TV show they made.
I haven't seen. I've seen the first movie, and that's it.
Oh my bad. It's I think that's one of my favorite ones. It's like pretty much the dad says like, well, Ted has to go to school, and so he takes Ted to school, and they're standing in front of the high school, or whatever. And he's like, yeah, and it's just a bunch of white people. He's like, you ever get like self-conscious being the only white guy here? And it's just all this way. He's like, oh, we used to have an Indian exchange student. Oh yeah, like, yeah, but they got him. He's like, what do you mean they got him? Yeah, he was a cool guy. He should share his
Wingdings.
it was like dingaroos or something. And he's like, what do you mean they got him? He's like, yeah. And then they just like they go to the next thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh wait, speaking of Ted, the show. Have you seen the D&D one that
The
they did?
newest episode?
Is that the
Yeah.
newest? No.
New
that's
season.
the- Oh, is it new season?
the newest
I
season.
thought this like came out like a while ago.
No, with Brendan Lee Mulligan as the DM.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you sure? Because I thought that it was the mom. Because the mom's playing a character.
Yeah, it's the newest season that came out.
Oh, is it? Okay, I guess I didn't know. My apologies.
No, it's
so
fine.
we'll spoil it for you if you don't mind.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
So there's a clip of it where the mom's playing a paladin,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, and she goes to talk to this demon, and the demon's there, and it's like, I was birthed into flames. I am the incarnate of evil. And she's like, oh, that sounds lonely.
Yeah, she has a voice like this. Like, oh my god.
like,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Like, are you doing alright? He's like, no one comes down here to talk to me. You know, people just want me for my power. And she's like,
Oh, let's have a conversation. How are you?
I can invite you to my bridge club. Oh, wait, sorry, I can't. Janice apologized to Tracy. Well, what did Tracy do?
That's a very Brendan Lee Mulligan introduction.
Yeah. Well, the reason why Brandon Lee Mulligan is the fucking DM is because they needed drugs. Him and his cousin needed drugs or whatever. So they go to like, oh, I know a guy. So they go, and this guy's in, they knock on a door, and some lady's there. She's like, oh, you're whatever, friends, yeah. So they go up, and he goes, they're walking to his like bedroom, and he opens the door, and the other guy's like, you know, he's like, oh, TPK, you die. And then the guy's like, you know, fuck you and your campaign, man. You fucking suck, whatever. And he's like, Brittany's like, well, fuck you guys. You guys can't handle this game. You guys suck. And they walk away. And he's like, oh shit, I need players for my campaign now. And they're like, hey. And he's like, what? What do you want? And pretty much like, hey, if we win your campaign, will you give us the drugs? And he's like, you guys can't win. You guys don't know anything about D&D. They're like, we'll fucking do it. This is the challenge winner. So that they go to their house and they play, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh.
I think if you're gonna watch one episode, at least watch that one because it's so fucking funny with Brendan.
Oh, that's it within the character of the show.
That's like they
that's the
Okay,
show.
I was like, this does not sound congruous with person. I remember as like a camp counselor guy.
In game, in the show, he's this like college student who lives at home and plays D&D with his friends only,
Oh, okay.
or ex-friends, I guess. They fucking left. That shit's so funny, but she's
Sounds
like,
like a skill issue pilot.
how are you? That shit was so fucking funny.
It's a good clip. I like it a lot. I like a lot.
Yeah, we do quite a bit of etc. that happens
Yeah.
around here, but it's still D&D related.
Yeah.
Still D&D related.
Had to dig real deep for that one, but it's still related.
Very related. Bradley Mulligan's talking about.
I love Brendan. I think Brendan Mulligan's one of the best DMs. I think he's better than the other guy.
Matt Mercer?
Yeah.
I personally don't agree, but we've had talks about that.
I'd say for what they do, like Brendan Lee Mulligan is real. Obviously, does a lot of the comedic stuff. Matt's really good at the dramatic stuff.
Yeah.
But Brendan Mulligan also really pull it out when it comes to drama.
Oh, yeah.
There's also a lot of things you don't agree with me that most people agree with. Literally everyone else in the world. A drawer.
Okay, yeah, but listen here. Just because I'm in the minority does not mean that I'm
You're the
not
only
wrong.
one there.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
There is another one.
Exactly. Know what
In
we're
what
talking
fashion
about.
are you a minority?
Okay.
I think
In
we
this
talked
decision-
I think we talked about it in this show.
About not this one.
Not this one?
Not yet. I don't know. I don't remember. So the question is, what's worse? A beer drawer, a drawer like at 3 a.m. You have a drawer, you pop it open, there's beer.
Mm-hmm.
You get a cup, you drink out of the drawer, but you have to refill it because obviously it empties.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather have a piss drawer? Or at 3 a.m. you don't really want to get up and go to the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
so you pee in the drawer. But then when the drawer gets full, you have to empty it.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's the worst
Okay,
one
first
to have?
off, you are adding so much more context. to
How
the
did I
situation.
add the that's exactly what happened.
No, it's not. That's not at all what happened.
Well, it's also not like a specialized drawer. It's just a drawer from like IKEA.
So
No.
it's gonna leak.
No, what you have said is that the question was which one's worse, beer drawer or piss drawer. That's the only thing. You are adding all this extra stuff to
Yeah,
it.
because we had a whole thing at Garrett's about this. We had to break it down to more specific things.
I remember hearing about this, but I
Yes.
wasn't. I mean, I would assume
He
that.
thinks the beer drawer is the worst option.
Yes.
I think the piss drawer would probably be. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, my reasoning for it is because of the interaction with the drawer itself. You're literally drinking out of this thing.
I was actually thinking that as well. It's like, well, but my thought is like, well, it's not watertight. It's not a special drawer. There's not going to be any beer to drink. It's just about which mess you're cleaning up, beer or pee. I'd rather
Which,
clean
if
up
it's
beer
that
than
case,
pee.
the beer drawer is obviously better.
But
but
But you keep saying
This is where the added context from that, like, oh, it's not a special drawer.
Well, yeah,
It's
but
like, well, so it's all leaking.
That's also something we decided that night. It was just a regular drawer. Like, is it like a sealed drawer? And you're like,
no, we talked about it. If it was a sealed drawer, then obviously the piss drawer is better. But if it's like an actual like drawer that's going to break everywhere, the beer drawer is better because it's an easier cleanup. Because with both, they're going to either leak or something's going to happen because most drawers can't handle liquids.
man, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's what mess would you rather clean up, beer or
Beer or
pee?
pee.
I'd rather
Yeah,
clean
which
up
is beer. That's so much
If that's
easier.
that's the thing.
But you were saying the piss drawer was the better option.
Because of the interaction. So if you have
When you
like
say
beer,
better, do you mean like preferable?
And he thinks the beer drawer is
Okay,
worse
so
option than the piss drawer.
because the idea of it is that you have this thing like forever. Like that's the kind of the idea for it. So
And
obviously
you are
it's an
compelled
airtight.
to use it?
You don't have
Because
to.
you can have a pee drawer and not use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking. You don't have to use the piss drawer.
You can also have
You
a
don't
beer
have-
drawer and not use it.
You don't have to drink it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
by
the
that
beer drawer's
metric,
gonna
I can
get
kind of
mold.
understand. Because if somebody's like refilling the beer drawer for you, then you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Versus you're the one who has the keys to the kingdom in regards to if there's any contents of the piss drawer.
Yeah.
So he's kind of winning me over.
See? Thank you.
But again, it really depends on all the added content.
But also,
exactly.
the beer drawer is you fill up and empty. The piss drawer is it fills up and then you empty it. So you have to take the drawer out
Does it
empty
fill
it.
up? Because I'm not
It-
peeing in my
interacting with
drawer.
it.
It is. No, that's the point. The beer drawer is you fill up and then empty it. The piss drawer is you fill it up and then you have to empty it.
So you do. So you are compelled to use it.
I would say yeah. I guess that's why. That's why we did this whole story that he forgot about. I was like, it's 3 a.m. It's
Can we
just,
modify it? Cause like, can you put like a sponge?
no. We tried all this.
Well, we were talking about it. It's
I
like,
think at one point we're like, well, can the drawer be refrigerated? And then they're like, no, that's too specialized. So like, I think we came down to like, the dresser set is from IKEA, but I think we said like the drawer was like sealed.
yeah, so that way, like, none of the
Okay,
contents
so
would
that's
come out.
That's more context.
And then it's like something you just do in the middle of the night. Is like, would you rather turn over, pop a drawer open, get a cup, drink beer from it, or would you rather like at 3 a.m. you get up and you just piss in the drawer, and then both drawers you just close and go back to bed. But the beer drawers you have to. Oh, it's getting at that time.
Getting to that time.
Yeah, but the beer drawers you have to like, you manually pop whatever and put it in the beer drawer.
Yeah.
But the piss drawer is you.
I say if you're compelled
To empty it, you have
use
to
it-
take the drawer out and then go empty it.
Mhm.
That's what I think. Honestly, that's why I think one of the biggest reasons that's the worst one, because you have to fill it up and then you take the drawer out and have to go empty it. To whereas I can just fill this up with beer and just drink it over time.
So you're also compelled to drink beer? Because I don't drink beer.
Or I think it was whatever at the time. Like I don't drink really beer either.
But
It's
you
like-
have to drink
it's
whatever
like
is inside
whiskey or whatever. Yeah, I think it was like any form of alcohol, basically.
there. I mean, if you're considering the fact this is not specialized material, I mean, there's a bunch of carcinogens in the, the varnish.
Mm-hmm.
To his point, like, well, if you happen to eat this thing that's soaking into these chemicals,
Well, and not only that, but also if you leave beer out, even if it's in like a different sealed container, there's
Piss
going,
will always smell worse than
it's
beer.
gonna be mold on it. You're gonna be drinking
so
moldy
will
beer.
your piss.
Yeah, but you're not
But you're not-
drinking
Well,
it.
also
but you
depends-
are consuming one and not the other.
Yes.
And it also depends how
If-
fast you drink the beer.
It doesn't matter how fast you drink the beer. If you drink a moldy beer, you're drinking moldy beer.
What do you think's gonna empty first, though? You drinking all this beer, or you
A cabinet full
full of piss? What do you think's gonna fill up? What do you think's gonna empty first? Like, the beer drawer's gonna empty first versus the piss drawer filling up first? Because the beer drawer has to be empty to put new beer in. The piss drawer sits there until you fill it up.
Can you fill it up with water and then empty it out?
Has to be piss. Has to be beer.
See,
Well, not beer.
See if it was water, then I'd be like, okay, that's completely
A
different.
water drawer,
I don't know.
oh.
It's still water.
No, you don't want to consume anything that's just sitting out.
Yeah.
But we're like that.
Because that's my whole thing. Is
Although
that,
technically, if it could be any alcohol, I guess at that point you could go like a spirit that would be enough to kill.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
sure.
if you do that, then that.
but your
yeah,
pee is
the-
still just your pee. You can't change that.
So if it's something
You
that
can
was
drink
like,
certain things.
Yeah, I'm making.
Don't eat asparagus. You drink a lot of water, it's way less bad than if you're dehydrated.
That's true.
You
yeah,
get
no, you're
those-
pretty much
those-
just like
those
throwing
sulfates
out
in there.
Yeah, you're just throwing out mostly water at that.
I
point.
think for me it's still like 60% the fact that I have to take this drawer out full of piss and empty it. Because if I fall
Oh yeah, that's
something,
that's,
I'm like,
that's less desirable from a purely like oh, it's gross perspective. From a health perspective, drinking strange liquids out of a
well,
varnished
it's not really
material.
strange because you're putting the liquid in, so you know what's going in it.
You're filling it up with some sort of liquid, or what? No, I'm talking about the beer part.
Yeah, the beer part's pretty much you know what you're
Yeah.
putting in this thing.
Yeah, but you also know that.
Well, I guess in both cases
it's kind
you know
of
what you're putting in the
dangerous.
drawer.
But in one sense,
Where did this
one's more
strange piss
dangerous.
come from?
Who's been pissing in my beer drawer? That's just the question. What's worse, the beer drawer or the piss drawer? I always say the piss drawer is worse.
I think that we have thrown out our debates on it. Also, comment down below which you think is worse. So I mean, yeah, we've debated about it.
I'd probably take the piss drawer at this point.
Let's go. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
For health reasons, like
For health reasons.
one's gross, one's potentially dangerous. If it's not a special.
Alright, so
drawer.
you're stuck on like the varnish.
There are lots of things. I mean,
Wow.
like to his point, like bacterial growth, standing water, crazy dangerous. Just
I mean,
some of the worst maladies of the world just come from
You're not drinking your
liquid
piss.
stinks.
Yeah, but again, it depends on how fast you drink the liquid, the beer.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say you go on vacation.
Then I'm finishing that drawer, and then I'm going on vacation. But we talked to Eric, and Eric's like, I would feel like a lazy piece of shit. Because why don't I just take a few extra steps and piss in the toilet? Why am I such a disgusting piece of shit that I have to piss in my drawer? It's like, I'd rather have the beer drawer and go take a piss in the toilet. And then you're like, well, you can just go to the fridge and crack open a beer. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Well,
But the beer's closer to me and I want to drink the beer. I'm okay with taking a few extra steps to go piss in the toilet. I was like, that's a fair point, too.
Well, this is why it's such a sort of absurd situation.
I think it's a more
Where you have to
individualistic.
clarify lots of things as far as like the gauge you're under to
Yeah.
you have to use those.
Yeah. I was like, and then we heard from Michael. Michael's like, well, the piss drawer was worse because one time I came home drunk or tired, and I thought I ended up peeing in a water bottle. I put it there on my nightstand. I fell asleep. I woke up 2 in the morning. I'm like, I'm thirsty, and I grabbed it. I'm like, oh. I was like, okay.
Big Dog, the FBI couldn't give me to tell you that.
I was like, what the fuck? Okay, Michael.
All right, well,
But I think for me, I'd rather drink something in the middle of the night than have to piss in something in the middle of the night.
yeah,
And the fact that I had to dump the drawer
but
probably kill it for me.
it's, like I said, you know, one I think is more of a health risk.
Yeah. Which I think you're the only person who's thought of that.
No, that was him actually. That thought
I've
of
been talking about that since the beginning.
Someone who's important thought that. You're not a special guest anymore, alright? You became co-host, you've gone down.
You're a special host.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Get in the Sherpas. Get in the Sherpas.
Sherpas and drive it. Yeah, I think
I'm pretty.
I think we still have enough for from the next time.
Yeah.
Because I think we barely hit, or at least we scratched the surface.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for having me on.
oh yeah, so I've been your host, Adrian Castillo, my co-host,
Braxton.
our special guest.
My name is D.
And please like, subscribe. We're on pretty much everything except for Apple. Podcast.
Yeah, everything except for
Still D&D etc. It's either D&D etc. or D&D etc. 0. The links are on the website for YouTube. Website? I'm old. Channel. It's on the channel. I used to fuck up say campaigns for each of our episodes. It always got me. I'm like, thank you for listening to this campaign. Son of a bitch, I mean episode. I'm saying show now and channel.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting better. You're working on it.
Get on that YouTube website.
I'm an old man. Yeah. Like, subscribe if you want to hear more. If you have lost talking about any other topics with D, if you want D to show off any more extra cool stuff.
This is probably my coolest stuff.
What are you talking about? You got
There's more stuff,
Like a
yeah.
whole shelf of cool stuff.
This is like the most curated cool stuff I'd say.
If you want him to show up and bring all of his Warhammer characters for this table.
No, it's gonna be embarrassing. How most of it's not
Tables.
painted.
If you want to see his nude Warhammer figures, give us a call.
I don't mean to be undermining your pitch for future episodes.
No, you're good.
You're just gonna get worse from here.
We'll
on
have
out.
you back. We'll have you back with more figurines. Thank you for listening. And that's where we're gonna end.
Yep. All right. Stop.
Well, that's fun.
I'll start taking pictures of these guys real quick.
It's gonna take some